Hello people, and welcome to the video where someone makes a marshmallow. Well, if you haven't guessed already, that someone is me. Today I'm gonna walk you through the process on how I made a marshmallow. This marshmallow is very special because it is gluten-free, sugar-free, and the best part is that it's taste-free. So let's begin by deleting everything, adding a cylinder and scaling it down. Now we have to apply the scale. Now to give it a bit of geometry, I give it a few loop cuts, and for the top and the bottom face, I inset it before loop cutting it. Now using proportional editing, I move the top and the bottom face inward, rotate some faces randomly, move some faces randomly, and lastly move the middle loop inwards and rotate it a bit. Now in object mode, I add a subdivision surface modifier and I shade it smooth. Now I go into sculpt mode and I notice that the scale is not applied. So I go in object mode and I apply it. Now I head back into sculpt mode and I sculpt it a bit. Now as we wait, let me tell you about today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by nobody. Nobody sponsored this video. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. Shading! So first you add a plane and you move the marshmallow on top. Now the marshmallow doesn't look like it's on top, it doesn't look like it's sitting over there. So you just sculpt it a bit so it looks like it's sitting over there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a principal BSDF, change the color to pink. And now I'm gonna add a color ramp and put the pink over there because I don't like it over on the RGB bump node. And change the strength down and get the scale of the noise very high. And now I add a light because without a light it looks horrible and plain. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a subsurface scattering. Okay, it's going to be random walk because that looks way better. And now what I do is I mess with the camera. The camera, it's zoomed in, so you need to increase the focal length. Okay, and now since it should look real, I add depth of field. Now for the material, I have this add-on called Material VX. It's a library that's pre-installed with Blender, and there are materials. So I use the polished walnut material because it looks quite nice, and then I meshed with the marshmallow shader, got the scale and the strength a bit different, and I'll put a screenshot of my node setup in the end of the video, and I'll also maybe post it somewhere and put in the description. You like that, won't you? Now I just position stuff, okay, so it looks good, tasty and pleasing to the eye. Well, I hope it pleases you, because if it doesn't, I don't know what to do. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm selecting spaces for the icing. The icing, I didn't actually do a fluid simulation. I know, you think that, no, actually no one thinks that. Okay, so I added a few modifiers. Okay, I added a subdivision surface modifier for that. I added a solidify, and then now I'm sculpting it. Okay, so I use the smooth modifier many times, and I use the inflate modifier most of the times. Okay, inflate and grab. Okay, so I use the inflate to make it a little thicker at the bottom, at the drippy part. Okay, and then I add a chocolate material because that's there. And the problem with the chocolate material was that it has a bump, okay, a displacement, which I didn't want. So I removed it a little later. You'll be able to see it. I'm still sculpting. See, this is the drop thing that I was telling about. So like you make it thicker at the bottom because the liquid comes down. Now I added a back plane and scaled it up a bit. I changed the color to green because it looks nice. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make those twisty marshmallows. So what I did is I used a path and I used a circle, and I used the circle as a bevel modifier. That circle, I added some bevels inside. And now I colored this with vertex paint because I didn't want to make a texture because it was easy. And now the way that I arrange it, I change it later because it looks horrible. Okay, I don't like it, so I change it later because it didn't please me. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm adding sugar cubes, because you have to have sugar cubes. It's a law. Just do it. Okay, so I do it with geometry nodes, which I guess I changed later because I didn't really like it. I'm not that good with geometry nodes. Okay, so now this is the place that I removed the bump and I added a bit roughness to the clear coat of the chocolate material. And now I'm messing with the position, as I told you I didn't like it. And now I added a bit of geometry to the sugar plane. Okay, yeah, sugar. Let's go with that. And I added particles I added sugar on the chocolate. That's good. I did that with particles because that was way easier. I thought it would be way difficult, but nope, it was easy. I did that for everything. Like I added it for the marshmallow and for all the marshmallows. Now I composite it a bit. Okay, this is the easy part for some. I used texture node, okay, and I used the blend texture, and I used the corner pin node for transforming it, and that's it. So if you like this video, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me what you think. How was this accent? Do you like it? Or do you want a different accent? I can do different accents, you know. So, bye-bye. Wait. Just one moment. I forgot to show you something. So, I made this when I was bored. So, what I did was I just appended the same model and I made a plate, and I don't have a video for the screen recording for it. So, enjoy. So, please do follow me on Instagram. The username's down below. It's Reese Jossman. And subscribe on YouTube. And I'll put my ArtStation link below. I just joined ArtStation. That's good, isn't it? It's good. Bye.